I'd like to set this up by inviting everyone to just note their experience as they do this versus focusing so much right now on the results. Just notice whether your nervous system allows you to move along with this practice, or whether there's parts of you that back up or contract when you hear some suggestions. And if that happens, nothing's wrong. But this is something that can absolutely occur. And I just want to sort of invite you to notice that if that does happen. So let's take a moment and just check on your posture. If you're seating, reclining, or laying down, just take a moment to see if you're comfortably supported and if you can be relatively still for a few moments. And first, I'd invite you to begin to turn your attention inside towards your bodily experience. Perhaps feeling where your body meets the surface on which you're resting. Those points of contact. I'm going to walk you through a few moments of the long out breath. This is where we gently begin to shift our rhythm so that our exhalations are about twice as long as our inhalations. They can be a little longer, a little bit shorter, depending upon what's comfortable for you. But here's how you do it. You inhale for, say, a count of 2. 1, 2. And you exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 2. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're exhaling, you slow it down like you're exhaling through a very narrow straw. This longer exhalation invites our nervous system to shift, to down-regulate into a more settled, comfortable state. So keep doing the long out breath. If it feels comfortable for you too, you can also let your eyes close down. And I'd like you to bring to mind an incident that involves you judging yourself, shaming yourself, or blaming yourself. That's happened recently, but like on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to pick the lower numbers, like a 1, 2, or a 3. Don't go for an 8, 9, or a 10. Let's take a small little incident. It could be judging yourself for how you spoke with a person in a relationship today, or the way you treated your dog, or another driver, or someone on the bus, or some work you haven't done, whether you flossed or not. These can be daily little incidents. They don't have to be huge. But see if you can pick one over the last 3 days that's come up where you've judged yourself. There's been some criticism of you from inside. And just bring it up right now. Just notice that your system, as you bring it up, may contract a little bit. You might feel some tightening in your abdomen or solar plexus or lower chest. If not, that's fine. And then I'd invite you to place one or both hands on your heart. A variation can be one hand on your heart and one hand on your cheek. And first, let's just take a moment feeling into how our body, how our nervous system responds to just having these two places of contact. You may notice again, you rest a little bit more when you're connected like this. And let's go back and bring up that incident or memory of a moment of judging, shaming, blaming. Make it alive again. But this time, being in touch with your heart and your body, see if you can see this and view this like you would a child. They're just doing this because they need to do it. They were in a bad mood, so they were short. We're rushing, so I was less patient with the dog or another passenger on the bus or a coworker. You can offer some tenderness, some friendliness, some validation to the fact that we're not perfect and we are human. And we do things that are really not even mistakes. They may not be our ideal of how we'd like to act, but we do our best. Just see if you can view or sense this action from this state earlier today or whenever it was. Can you give yourself some grace for that? Can you also allow the anxiety, the energy behind saying or doing these things is usually coming out because you were personally under pressure. Something was going on versus you're just inherently a bad person and you say and do wrong things. Something was going on that made you speak or act or say this or not speak or act. Can you have any caring or openness to the pain that that part of you feels that tries so hard? Just now notice when you bring it up to mind again, how it feels in the body when you recall that same judgment or shame or blame. Does it feel as striking, or does it feel a little less tightening, a little less like a punch, that you have some space to be with it without being overwhelmed by it or having to turn away? And when you're ready, you can let your hands go back down by your sides and you can open your eyes up if you haven't done so already.